My boyfriend rang a bell at a diner, and my neighbor's kid called me a F-slur. So this whole thing started with a dinner I was really looking forward to. I'd been dating this guy for about 4 months. Rhett, American, loud, kinda charming in that I know better than everyone else way. Anyway, this time I was visiting his town. He picked this little old school diner and told me to meet him there. I walked in, spotted him already at the table, and sat down. We were just chatting, scrolling the menu, and then suddenly, this metallic ringing cuts through the place. I look up and he's holding this damn bell, like a handbell, out of his jacket pocket, shaking it like we're in a damn classroom in 1805. The whole place stopped, heads turned. I was mortified. I told him, "What the fuck are you doing?" He said, dead serious, trying to get the waiter's attention. "It's efficient." Efficient? My ears were literally ringing. I begged him to stop, and he laughed and kept going, like this was some revolutionary act of protest. Finally, I stood up and said, "I'm done. I'm not doing this." He followed me out, pissed off, saying I was overreacting, that in America it's normal. I told him we're not in America, and even if we were, it's still douchey. He told me I was on a high horse, and I told him he could keep ringing that bell all the way back to being single. That same day, no joke, I get a call from my mom asking me to pick up our neighbor's kid, Kyle, from school. He's this awkward little freshman who skipped a grade, so he's younger than everyone and tries way too hard to act older. And for context, I'm gay. I literally just asked my crush out a week ago, and she said yes, so I was riding that high. Anyway, I swing by the school with my little brother in the back, and Kyle hops in. We're barely out of the parking lot when he goes, "Hey, I heard you're a F you got," just like that, no filter, like he was asking if I liked pizza. I slam the brakes and pull into a random driveway. "What the hell did you just say?" He looks me dead in the eye. "Are you a F got?" I turn around and I'm shaking, not even from fear, but pure rage. I tell him, "You don't ever say that word, ever." He smirks and says, "So you are one then?" I ask, "Did your mom or dad teach you that?" He shrugs, says no, that everyone knows what you are, then adds, "I'm not a retard, I know what it means." I tell him if he says one more word, I'm kicking him out. He leans back like he's the shit and mutters, "What, you gonna tattle like a baby?" That was it. I whip the car around and head straight back to the school. Park right in front, get out, go straight into the office and tell the counselor. There's a freshman in my car calling me slurs. He won't get out and someone needs to come get him before I do something I'll regret. They came out, escorted him in. I drove home with my brother and told my parents what happened. But guess what? The neighbor parents had already called them, furious, saying I'd left their poor little angel at school. My mom and dad were pissed at me, saying I should have just driven him home and they'd talk to his parents later. I reminded them they told me not to drive if I was distracted, and I don't know about them, but being called a fuggot 3 times in 5 minutes by a smug little shit definitely qualifies. They said I was twisting their words. I just stared at them. After a day like that, after Rhett's bell stunt and this little demon child in my backseat, I wasn't twisting shit. I was the only sane one left.